Craig Judge here from Nutmeg Truck Centers in Connecticut and Massachusetts. If I say the word Isuzu to you, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Box trucks.
Box trucks, that's correct. Well, there's a reason for that. Isuzu's been the #1 selling low cab forward truck in North America for over 30 years. Why? Our low cab forward design makes that truck perfect for fitting into tight intercity spaces and making delivery into tight parking lots, makes it easy to back up. But let's think outside the box for a minute. Isuzu is also the perfect platform for some very specific industries. #1 that comes to mind for us is the green industry. What do I mean by green? I mean landscapers, hardscapers, property management companies. And here to talk a little bit about those industries and why our truck really works well is Eric Dobby from our Hartford location. Eric, good to see you.
Good to see you, Craig, as always.
As always.
I love this topic. You know why, Craig? Because what we love to do at Nutmeg is not just sell a truck to our customers. We love to get feedback. We love to get feedback and then use that feedback to get our customers in the right truck, or as they say in the business, the right application. And what we're looking at is 2 great truck applications for the landscapers, golf courses, sod guys, stuff like that, or the green industry, which is fantastic. I love these 2 applications. We have an open landscape body on the right. We have an enclosed landscape body on the left.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the XS2. That's our open body. We'll look at that truck first.
Good, let's walk over here and take a look at it.
Okay, Eric, so we've got our XS2 open landscape body here. Let's talk about this truck a little bit.
Well, let's take a walk over here.
Now, I've seen landscape bodies like this before, but this one's different.
This is very different, Craig, and what our customers love about this is a couple things, okay? We all know about Isuzu, how great the truck is for the last 30 years. You know, you can go online and find out about all the applications about the engine, etc., etc. But what we're going to focus on today is why the Isuzu truck is the right truck for the landscape industry, okay? Now, Craig, we're up here in the Northeast, right? We got a lot of tight spaces, etc., etc., tight moving areas. The Isuzu truck here, the turning radius, we all know, is the best in class. You can get around these tight neighborhoods, which is fantastic. But I also want to talk about this body here, which is great. This body's made of all aluminum, Craig, and what does that mean to our customer, the landscaper? It's lighter. It's made with all aluminum long sills and cross members, okay? And that creates the ability to get a lower GVW truck with the same carrying capacity.
Right. So how much less does this body weigh on this chassis than a steel body would?
About 1,000 pounds, okay? And why is that important to the customer? I can get you in a 12,000 GVW truck versus a 14.5 or a 19.5, the NQR.
Saving money.
Saving money, exactly. So you're saving money. And these are the questions that we love to ask our customers. You know, get them in the right truck for the right application.
And I noticed with the aluminum, the landscapers also carry a lot of corrosive materials with fertilizers, etc.
Great point, Craig. The corrosive materials with aluminum, you're not going to get the corrosion on that versus the steel. So that's a great point. Great
So
point.
we got lighter weight. We've got aluminum, which isn't going to rust like steel is going to rust.
You got greater carrying capacity, maybe 600 to 800 more pounds of carrying capacity, which is important.
That's fantastic. So we can get a customer into a 12,000 GVW truck. It's going to save them probably a couple of $1,000s versus a 14.5, which they would need if this body was steel.
Exactly. But another point to that, we can also get them into a gas. Gas Isuzus go up to the 14.5 GVW. Why is that important? You know why up here in the Northeast? 5 months out of the year, the truck's probably going to be in a garage. All right, so they're only putting 8 to maybe 12,000 miles per year, where a diesel application's not really the right truck for.
And that's a great point that we offer both the gas and the diesel trucks. It gives the customer buying options.
Exactly.
You know, if you get down maybe in the southern part of the country where they're running 10, 11, 12 months a year, these trucks could be doing 35, 40,000 miles a year.
In that case, you're probably going to need the diesel.
Right.
And that's another great point is Isuzu is always evolving. By the end of next year, 2020, we're going to be able to have a gas 19.5 GVW coming out. So look for that at the end of 2020. I think that's going to be a huge selling point.
That's going to be a big deal. That's going to move the market.
Absolutely.
For sure. Just run over a couple of features on this particular body, and then we'll move on to the XS1.
Yeah, a couple of features real quick. Let's start real quick with the cab over, Craig, right here. Obviously, you got some safety features. Isuzu's always looking at that, okay? You have retractable mirrors with memory. Why is that important? Somebody hits you, you lose the mirror, you don't lose the door, okay? Obviously, they're always looking at safety with an 8-inch steel bumper. Love it. You always have illuminating lights on both sides of the truck for the cars for greater visibility. These are a lot of simple features, Craig, but Isuzu goes into the finer details of taking care of the customer, all right? In terms of why this body's great for a landscaper, I want to talk a little bit about trailers. You see them on the road. You have a long truck, and you're towing a 20-foot trailer sometimes. How hard is that to maneuver, Craig? You tell me. You've been in the business a lot longer than me.
Well, the last thing I want an employee doing is backing up 20 foot of pickup truck with 20 foot of trailer behind it into somebody's driveway.
Yeah, I want to see you get in and out of that.
No thanks.
Okay? All right, so there you go. That's another reason. All right, so we're trying to get the guys and the landscapers that are in the trailers into one of these.
Right.
All right?
So replacing the trailer setup is kind of the idea behind both of these bodies. Right?
Exactly.
This seems to me to be more of a dedicated mower crew. You're going to have a couple of mowers, maybe a mower and a fertilizer spreader, and that's pretty much what this truck's going to do.
I'd agree with that. And also, what you don't see here that you can put on as an option, Craig, is a tool rack. You can have your mower, trimmer racks. It's great. This fits right on here, okay?
Fantastic.
Easy access here, very lightweight. You put your mowers right on up here. I think this is a phenomenal mower body truck for a landscaper. I think it's fantastic.
Okay, there are some guys that do need more of a workshop on wheels where the open environment doesn't really suit their needs. That's where our XS1 comes into play. Let's take a look at that truck.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Now we're at our XS1, which is an enclosed mower body. Similar concept to the open mower body, but this one's more of a workshop on wheels.
Workshop on wheels. I love that. It's really like driving your garage. Driving your garage. And why do I say that? Because everything's enclosed. All right, you got E-Track here. Let's take a walk up here, Craig. This is fantastic. What we're walking up here is a 1,500-pound capacity ramp. Great for your mowers. And by the way, Craig, most mowers range anywhere from 600 to maybe 1,300 pounds. And also your sprayers. You know, your sprayers, they can be heavy when they're fully loaded. So they can be about 1,500 pounds. Great ramp for that. But in here, you have the capacity to stow all your equipment, Craig, which I love. And landscapers love that too. Why? It's secure, it's safe, you can lock it up at night, and there's plenty of room in here. Plenty of room.
Right, and you're also dealing in some cases with chemicals. And you want those chemicals to be in an enclosed space. Or when you have it enclosed, I noticed this body's got a ton of air vents in it.
Exactly.
I don't think I've seen one with, what do we got, eight air vents in it?
Yep, air vents, you got gas, you got gas, or you got chemicals, so you got some safety for your crew. Also, we have over here, Craig, this is fantastic. We have a shelf, the swing shelf. You can store some more stuff up here. We got some D-rings in the floor here. This is really your garage on wheels, Craig, and this is perfect for your enclosed landscaper. Fantastic selling truck. I love it.
Well, and as we know, if you're carrying gasoline, which you're going to have to do if you're in the green industry, those gas cans have to be secured. They have to be tied down. So I noticed you got some D-rings in there.
Absolutely. And over here, Craig, take notice, we have a 52-inch here swinging door. 52-inch swinging door. Why is that? Because a lot of our customers have to get a pallet of maybe fertilizer or something, right. So you have plenty of room to bring it in.
Right, and a typical pallet's what, 48 inches? And it's 48 inches if none of the material's hanging over the side. So you need a little bit of extra space to be able to get that pallet in. That's great.
Absolutely. Great feature. Great feature.
You know, now that we've talked about LCF, okay, and as I said in the beginning, Isuzu's the best-selling low-cab forward truck for more than 30 years. But what does low-cab forward really mean? Show me what the difference is between an LCF, a low-cab forward, and a conventional.
And let's make it real simple. Low-cab forward, Greg, come on over here. Let's take a look. This is what I love about a Isuzu. Low-cab forward, basically, Craig, you have the engine, okay, and we're sitting on top of the engine versus, hey, look over here. See this?
This was not planned, by the way.
Yeah, there's a pickup truck. That's what would be considered a conventional cab. Okay?
So you get the engine out front, then you've got the cab.
And what's that mean to a landscaper, Craig? I'll tell you what. Space, okay? We have the engine here. We're sitting on top of it. It's more compact. It leaves us more room here for our equipment, right? All right? Especially if, like we talked before about trailer. Okay? everything's at about 22 feet here, which is fantastic. Versus you have a pickup truck towing a 20-foot trailer, you're looking at maybe 38, 40 feet.
Right. And it's not carrying any more than this is.
Not exactly.
So it's wasted space.
Most of the time it's carrying less. Most of the time it's carrying less.
So I think we've covered a lot. I mean, we've got phenomenal features. We've got the LCF design, which may seem a little unusual to some customers that have always had conventionals, but it really makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Taking an engine, you stick it underneath, it now gives them the same footprint, you have more carrying capacity.
Plus, we have another safety feature, more visibility. With the low cab forward, Craig, you're creating about 8 more feet of visibility out front, which is very important. It really is, okay?
It's at least 8.
And the safety of your drivers, the consumer's driver, is actually paramount. And Isuzu thinks about these things. So the visibility, turning radius, something you got to think about, especially in the Northeast up here. A lot of tight roads. It's a phenomenal tool. We love the open and enclosed landscape bodies. I think it's the truck for you.
I think so too. So to summarize, we've got low cab forward design. We've got a ton of safety features built into these trucks.
We have gas, we have diesel, okay, we have lighter frames, all right, we can save money.
We actually offer a crew cab version of this too, I think, which seats
seven, which is very important because up here a lot of these neighborhoods they have 20, 30 man crews. All right, so that saves money too. But the most important thing here with Isuzu trucks is us as a dealer getting to know what our customers' true needs are. All right, to save them time, save them money, and get them in the right application for their business.
But the idea behind that is we want to know as much about their business and how they operate day to day before we get into speccing trucks and finding the right application, because without that information, it's easy to make a mistake and sell somebody the wrong truck. So we really like to take our time and make sure we do
Absolutely.
that right.
And Isuzu, as you know, as well as Nutmeg, we love to be what's called a value-added Rolodex for our customers. So gathering information, finding out their needs, get them in the right truck, get them in the right application. That's our goal. That's our goal at Isuzu. That's our goal at Nutmeg Truck Center.
And we are dedicated to the green industry. Nobody stocks more trucks than Nutmeg does, both enclosed mowers, open mowers, landscape dumps, switch and go setups. We've got, I think, 15 or 20 in stock right now, and we've got more ready to go behind those. So the next time you landscapers or hardscapers out there are in the market for a new truck and you haven't considered a cab forward or Isuzu in particular, give us a call at Nutmeg. Go to nutmegtrucks.com. You'll find all our contact information and a ton more information on these trucks.
We want to thank you. Have a great day. I'm Eric at Nutmeg Truck Center up in Hartford, Connecticut. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.